Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good. Everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. Today, we are playing someone? Not sure. Still Tainted Samson. Why not? Just because why not? Hope y'all are doing well. You know, today I'm doing just okay, solid. More so a little just worried. What am I worried about? I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm worried about the fact that I'm gonna get my wisdom tooth removed in like tomorrow, bro. And truth be told, it worries me because, I mean, why wouldn't it? You know what I mean, bro? Like, I've heard nothing but horror stories. I feel like maybe it's the people around me that have perhaps hooked me in this instance, but for the most part, you know, for the most part, still. I know it's actually not the worst thing on planet Earth, but I'm just a little scared, you know? I'm a little scaredy cat, I'm a little scared, my apologies. So yeah, that's kind of just been on my mind for the better part of today's work day, and also just work, you know. It is what it is, but luckily tomorrow's Friday, man. Oh my god. Or I guess today's Friday for y'all. Which means I get to chill. Standing. I always forget every single time I turn that off. I always forget to turn it back on and whatnot. I turned it off for my regular Isaac runs that I usually do, and then I turned it on for the backlog because the daily runs. But then I got a freaking daily. Then I got the you know. Then I recorded and it's like, oh, I gotta go back to the other one. No. My bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm mainly just worried. You know? It's probably nothing, if I'm gonna be real with you. At the end of the day, it's probably nothing I should be too crazy worried about. But I'm just as they say, I'm a worrywart, you know? I'm always overthinking every single thing on planet Earth. And if I'm not overthinking something, then I am, you know, worried about why aren't I overthinking it? Because like anything could happen, it's kind of deal. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. All right, I hate it. I hate it myself. As the person living the life, you know, I hate it. But it's just something I can't not do, bro. You feel me? You feel me? I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm some mental illness or something. But for the most part, all I know is tomorrow, for y'all tomorrow, I'm gonna be getting this tooth removed and I'm gonna be MIA for a little bit. And I am now realizing that I will be recording, what's it called? Backlogs. But I think I will have an extended backlog. Because I think I'm like actually recording more than I need to be, which, I mean, if you ask me, is never a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's never really anything horrible. That's nothing to frown at. Honestly, I guess in a weird sense, I could use a day off of the recordings. You guys are gonna find that crazy, but it's genuinely true. I don't know how to describe it because I enjoy making this content so much, and I always talk about how I love making the content because I do. I love it. It's fun. Come on, man. You telling me being able to play The Binding of Isaac and yap about, oh, Pyro. Okay. That's pretty solid. Being able to play The Binding of Isaac and just yap about like literally nothing, bro. Like, who cares levels of shit. You telling me that's not fun? It is. It's mad fun. And it's something I plan to continue doing because I'm always yapping about God knows what. However, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've been kind of running a little low on the Yap Central. Just, you know what I mean? Just Yap Central, bro. But I've been running low. Not running low. I'm gonna be real with you. I still think to this day, I mean, sometimes some episodes are a little like, who cares? Some episodes are a little, you know, a bit more elevated, dare I say. I think I just kind of flip-flop between really just the mood I'm in, you know what I mean? Like, how was my work day? If my work day was solid or a little rough or whatever, I don't know, I'm a little quiet. But for the most part, I just kind of shoot the shit on whatever I want. You know what I mean? Oh! Today, I didn't even realize what the hell we're gonna be going for. Anything. Because from the looks of it, we have anything at our fingertips, literally. I have been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson recently. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. It's just something about the music, man. It's just damn good. And I have been listening to a shit ton of it as of late. I think it all started, I don't know why, but it all started a few, I want to say like a week ago, when I made those fucking cheesy potato burritos from Taco Bell again. My friends came over and for some reason we just put on like Michael Jackson in the background as like some background music. And we just started talking about like, man, this dude was low-key kinda like, he was making a whole movies for his music videos, you know what I mean, dude? It's some crazy shit. And so we started just watching different ones, being like, dude, these are crazy. These are like these really are like feature-length film type of shits. And not only that too, we're also going over things like, oh fuck you. Oh, dude, I was kind of going in. I was locked in. Y'all saw me? I was just, you know, running through. But I was, you know, we were just yapping about it. Like, man, this guy's music videos are they're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, they're just, what's the word I'm thinking of? They're whole films. So we started watching them and just kind of like shooting the shit on them. Like in the Smooth Criminal music video, Michael Jackson just straight banishes a dude to like the pits of hell. It's crazy, you know what I mean? That's the type of shit that you see and you're like, what are you yapping about? But it's true. That's what he did, bro. I'm not even joking. Look at the Smooth Criminal music video and watch the part, I forget exactly what part, but he's singing, all right? He's singing as he does. And it's when he's talking to these two ladies and there's a guy trying to sneak up behind him with like a knife or whatever and stab Michael Jackson in the back in the song. And when he does that, Michael Jackson like it's crazy, all right? This is some psychotic shit. We're gonna get into some real territory here. Michael Jackson, without looking, all right, doesn't even turn around, just straight raw dog without looking, pulls out a gun, aims it behind him, boom, shoots the guy. The guy is like, oh, you know, he's like, oh my god, he shot me. And then Michael Jackson then proceeds to turn around and like, bro was banished to the pits of hell because his outline, bro, like his soul is left on the goddamn wall, just plastered because he was, you know, he was sent there. It's crazy. I'm not even joking. You might think like, Tony, what the hell are you talking about? You're making this up. Dead ass, go watch the music video. I couldn't give you a timestamp, but go watch the freaking music video and you will see Michael Jackson banishes some dude to the pits of hell by shooting him without looking, turning around, and then boom, ingraining his soul into the wall. It's wicked. It's crazy. Then, you know, whoa, you got, you know, the entire Thriller, which is like a music video within a movie within a music video kind of deal, or a movie within a music video pretending to be a movie. A short film. It's crazy, man. It's just like, what was this guy up to? You know what I mean? What was this guy up to? Some might say a lot. And I guess that's where the other thing comes in. You know what I mean? That's where the whole other thing comes in of, I feel like if you do mention Michael Jackson, there's obviously that, what's the word I'm thinking of? There's the thing that you can't ignore, you know what I mean? That being the sort of accusations that were received pre his passing. And I'll be real with you, all right? I have not done any research myself. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like he was the greatest human alive, you know? Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I don't know anything other than accusations and whatnot. And jokes made at his expense. And I'm not gonna speak on it because I don't fucking know, you know what I mean? Decline to answer due to insufficient amount of information, you know what I mean? How can I give an opinion on something I know little to nothing about? You feel me? I feel like, not to say that I'm pretty based, guys, but that seems like something more people should do, no? Question mark? You know what I mean? I feel like more people should be willing to not speak on something without a sufficient amount of information. Yeah, People of Duplex, why not? It's not the greatest Isaac item of all time, but it's something that I honestly, as dumb of an item as it is, I like People of Duplex. I couldn't tell you why, it's just something about it. I like the little crescent moon, the crescent shaped piers. I think they're funny and cool and based and wicked. And they should be banished to the pits of hell like that one dude. You know what I mean? I feel like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Now, all right. This is where we get into maybe not a topic I was ready. I'm not gonna lie to you, all right? Sometimes when I come up with topics for these videos that I want to just yap about and whatnot, a lot of the times these topics kind of really come about due to me thinking about it earlier in the day, and then I don't give like a presentation, you know what I mean? Sort of, I'm not like remembering these things in presentation format and getting myself ready to present it to y'all in like that sort of format. More so, the way it kind of goes is I see things that I think are interesting, or I think about things that I think are interesting, and I kind of want to yap about it for a little bit. And I decide, okay, let me come up with some talking points. Let me come up with some form of something to keep the convo going. You know what I mean? When it comes to this. Now, this is something that I have thought of before. I feel like everyone has thought about this before at some point in their lives too. Might be thinking, Tony, what are you talking about? With the whole, you know, MJ's music versus accusations that were received on him before. All we can kind of really say is, you know, separate the art from the artist or whatever. It's just a thought I'd like to bring up, because me personally, I have spoken on this before with friends, so I'm gonna try my best to give my opinion, and y'all be free to rebuttal or be like, you know, L plus ratio, whatever, is what it is. And I think you can, but there's a whole like bunch of caveats, you know what I mean? I think it is possible to separate the artist from the art, but it comes with a whole bunch of caveats. And the reason this was even a thought in recent memory is because of this one dude who I'm sure y'all have heard of at least. Have you guys heard about the artist known as D4VD, David? I will refer to him as David going forward and not D4VD because I mean that's the name. Now, if you're unaware, recently there was a case that was, what's the word I'm thinking of? You know, crazy shit going down due to this artist, David, being found to have his impounded car had a dead body in it. And said dead body was of what many people online have been looking into, internet sleuths and whatnot, have found out to be this person, David's girlfriend. Now, crazy part is one, someone found his girlfriend's dead body in his car. What the fuck? But gets worse, dare I say. And that is, it was an underage woman, a minor, not even a woman. My bad. Is an underage girl. Was his quote unquote girlfriend allegedly or something like that? You know what I mean? I'm not getting caught up in anything. So we're just throwing around. We're gonna be that one sort of video. You know what I mean? You just gotta throw the word alleged around every corner of what's being spoken on here. So what ended up happening is that sort of notion of, wow, one, this guy has allegedly dated a minor, and two, this minor has been found in this person's car. Apparently, all right, from what I'm aware of, is there are no like or David has been dropped as a person of suspect apparently in the investigation. A person of interest, that's what it is. He has been dropped as a person of interest in this investigation, so, you know, you could say name is cleared slightly. At least that's the police seem to think. And so that's where you gotta tread lightly with the whole alleged and whatnot. But when everyone was freaking out and being like, oh my god, this guy did it, whatnot, you know, all the stuff like that. During the initial response, there were many people speaking out about this, or just overall, as what happened with someone I'm familiar with. They were like, man, this is horrible. One, that he would do this, but two, like, I used to listen to this guy, you know what I mean? I still might, like, you know, not still, but you know what I mean? Like, this music is something that you have like in a playlist or something, you know what I mean? It'll come on occasionally or something like that. And so it's very, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's very coded a certain way, where it's like, this is someone that you enjoy listening to and whatnot, and they have been hit with this. And they have been hit with this accusation, you know what I mean? Or this whatnot, and it's kind of got you thinking like, man, this is one, horrible. Two, I like this artist's music, you know what I mean? That sort of deal, but it's how can you like it when this person has done so much wrong and whatnot? You know what I mean? It's a very touchy subject that is definitely, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't think it's as simple as something super black and white. To some people it might be, and I might be the bad person here for saying that, but I feel like with a lot of things out there, there's a little bit more nuance to be had in that discussion. So that's why I'm with the caveat of, I think it's possible, but there's like a whole bunch of asterisks around that statement. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know, you know, pirate their music or something. If at the end of the day you're afraid of supporting them, showing support for them, but you like the music, fucking go pirate their music or something. You know what I mean, bro? Alleged pirate their music or some shit, you know? Then they don't get money and you get to listen to it perfectly fine, free of guilt or something like that. Or if you're under the assumption that even listening, even if it's not supporting financially, but even the act of listening is throwing your hat in the ring on the side of support for this, then I think you just can't listen to anything like that at all. However, this is where I must explain, I am not of that opinion. I think supporting them is in a sort of way, I guess, you know what I mean? It's like there's some bit of not advocation, you know what I mean? But it's a sort of like, oh, it don't matter. A weird air of that. And so, best thing you could do is just, I don't know, don't give money or something, or just listen to them on Spotify because they don't get fucking paid anyways, right? Am I right, Spotify haters? I'm playing. I have Spotify. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. All right, I have Spotify, but I have been really not in the mud lately, but sort of. Hold on. Let me wrap up real quick. Anyways, all this to say is that it's a very, in my opinion, it's a very case-by-case basis. It's not as simple as black and white. However, if you did want my opinion, that's what it is. Is that, I mean, you gotta take it case by case, brother. You know what I mean? There's always a whole bunch of asterisks and whatnots that relates to everything in that sort of sense. So it would be unfair to view it otherwise, in my opinion. Y'all feel me on that one? Or maybe not. Maybe if you don't feel me, that's okay. You know, truth be told, if y'all are not feeling that opinion or whatever, that's perfectly fine. That's just my thoughts, truth be told. That's just my stupid, dumb, like, chud thoughts or whatever, right? No, I'm not a chud. I would hope I'm not a chud. For the love of mercy, please don't make me a chud. I'm not gonna lie, should I do... I was thinking of doing Beast, by the way, in case y'all weren't aware. I was thinking of doing Beast, but now I'm not even sure. Just because I feel like this run is solid, I might be able to carry this a bit farther. You know what? Nah, let's do Beast just because this run is solid. And it's not often you have a run that is worthy of just carrying out Beast mode, you know what I mean? I hate this fucking guy, dude. Such a dumb boss. Adversary or whatever, that's his name, right? Such a stupid fucking boss. You know what I mean, man? It's That's why I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, that's why I find myself in a hard pressed spot when it comes to listening to a certain Mr. West. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't want to support this man's ideals, this man's fucking psychotic shit. But I also can't ignore how formative his music was during my own upbringing and whatnot, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I still find myself like debating that shit in my own brain to this day. To this day. It's just I don't know, you know, it's just how life be or something like that, you know? But to move on from this, because I honestly, the conversation is something that I find to be very, what's the word I'm thinking of? I find it to be very interesting, you know? Personally, I do find this convo to be a very interesting convo to have and speak on and whatnot. Because I feel like it's something that's definitely, it becomes more relevant to you when it's someone that you like / enjoy / know, you know what I mean? Like, to me, the whole David thing is like, I could go my whole life without listening to his music, you know, truth be told. If this alleged thing was true or whatever, I could go my whole life without listening to this man's music. It wouldn't affect me. But, you know, to some people, music is their livelihood. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, alright? To me, I'm a big fan of music. I enjoy music. I listen to it all the fucking time. But there are people out there who, like, their entire personality is music, the music they listen to, the what they consume and whatnot. Is that bad? No, I don't think so, not by any means. However, they have a deeper level or whatever on that than I could ever imagine, I guess, truth be told. You know what I mean? The extent of my music love and stuff like that, I wouldn't say the extent, but I'm a fan of music, all right? I love listening to everything, pretty much. It's the soundtrack to my life or whatever kind of deal. You know what I mean? It's like something like that. Like, it's literally the soundtrack to my life. But I would be, what's it called? I don't even know, man. You know what I mean? Music's such a good thing. It's such a great thing, in my opinion. It's such a fucking goated thing. To me, personally. I fucking love music, man. But there are people out there putting more, what's the word I'm thinking of? They're putting in more effort on, like, the Spotify ranked than I am, you know what I mean? That's kind of the shit I'm talking about. It's like, there are definitely people out there putting in more work on the Spotify ranked than I could ever be putting in, truth be told. Pick up Sigil of Baphomet and then turn Paperclip into Red Key, and we'll use Red Key to go and pick up something from home or whatever.
How can you have spent our savings?
Have mercy. Get off me. Get off me. I'm going to break my money there. I swear. Sorry. I was quoting that one FIFA YouTuber. I don't even really like watching FIFA like that or whatever, but it was just a funny ass video. You guys ever find it crazy how certain things just kind of like transcend what you like and whatnot? You know what I mean? Like that one video, it's some FIFA YouTuber talking about how he's getting angry and he's gonna break his monitor at this thing, but it's like, I don't watch FIFA, I don't fuck with FIFA like that, but yet it is so, what's it called? I wouldn't say it's part of the culture because I think there are still individuals out there that aren't aware of that FIFA video, you know what I mean? But
Leave. Good. Leave. We'll be fine without you.
it's crazy the impact it makes, you know what I mean?
You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light inside.
Like, I'm pretty sure I have never shown my friends that video, but if I referenced it, they knew exactly what I'm talking about. You know? I feel like that's how you know something's a part of the culture or whatever, the big, larger boom. Is if you do not bring up this info to this person, yet they are still aware of it going on. Hiccups. Fuck off. You know, speaking of what's going on, what's the deal with the airline? I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I'm trying to get this Isaac episode done. Not that I have anything against Isaac at all. More so, dinner's ready. And I'm just trying to get downstairs for dinner. And then I'll come back up and record another Isaac episode. One more Isaac episode tomorrow, and that'll be it. That'll be my Isaac backlog for the next, like, week or so. Because your boy is gonna be out. I'm leaving y'all with some mid ones, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. I did try my best to keep y'all entertained, however. You know, most of those recordings were made in second to the Isaac episode that was recorded that time, so some of them might be a bit, what's the word I'm thinking of? You know what I mean? Like, this feels like secondhand Tony, and it's just like, my bad, bro, my fault, OG. All right, I want to be real. I want to apologize, genuinely.
Please don't leave us.
I don't think they're that bad. I think I'm just fucking over exaggerating. I don't think any of them are actually really that bad. If anything, there is. I feel like I said though. I think I covered this in one of the daily runs. I did mention that I wanted to show you guys my keyboard in an episode. I forgot which one it was because I recorded two of them back to back, and I think it was the one that's already uploaded. So I think I left editing space for me to be like, hey guys, here's a picture of my keyboard, and I never actually showed it off. It's gonna be really funny if it's true, because that's just fucking mad embarrassing, you know? Like, here you go guys, here's a nice keyboard here, and there's fucking nothing there. I'm just like, oh my god, dude, I'm such a loser. You know what I mean? I'm such a loser, bro. You guys probably think I'm so dumb. Well, whatever, it is what it is. You know, you can't really change how people perceive you, or maybe you can. Maybe you can change how people perceive you. Tony, what do you mean? You know, what ails you in this instance? What's going on? Let's just say I had some minor news be brought up to me, you know what I mean? And I was just like, man, that's unfortunate. But it's okay. I seem to have gotten over it, you know, quote unquote. Stroke, by the way. As long as I don't move, I actually never get hit. Watch this. Okay, that was a mistake. That was bad. Could have been cool. I remember one time I got him to get caught on the grenade. I got him to get caught on the bomb, and it was kind of goated. I'm not gonna lie to you. See if I got it though. Hold on. I gotta lock in. That's the unfortunate part, is that I do have to lock in. What the hell? He just like, look at that. He's just spewing it across the entire room or whatever. Be careful. One more, I think. Dude, I'm blood red. Thank you. Jesus Christ, I'm about to say, I'm blood red. Let me attack. Oh. You guys ever had weird dreams? You know what I mean? This might be a weird thing to bring up right now, but you guys ever feel like your dreams are like, not predictors of the future, but like they just play out weird scenarios, you know? The only reason I bring this up is because I had a dream. It wasn't necessarily a distressing dream. If anything, it was like the opposite, you know? It was a solid dream. Nothing crazy happened. Not a nightmare. But there was some part of the dream that just, when I thought about it again afterwards, it's just like, man, what was the deal with that, you know? It kind of got me thinking like that, bro. Because after the dream, I was just kind of looking back on it and I was like, what's the dealio with that section? Might be some weird freak shit, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with any of that, which is why I was so, what's the word I'm thinking of? You know what I mean? Maybe not. I feel like I'm not making myself very clear, and I'm not doing a good job at trying to make myself very clear. Dreams are weird, man. That's all I really gotta say. Because dreams are very weird. That's for damn sure. You come down low, bro, please? Alright, maybe not like that. Okay, my bad. You be what? Ibuprofen. You be profing all over it. My bad. I'm sorry. I just freaking... I don't know what's going on with me, man. I'm losing my mind right now. Maybe I'm kind of cooked. Shit, maybe I do need the time off. You know what I mean? Am I right, fellas? Oh my god. You know what? I'll take the time off in stride, that's for sure. Whatever time off I have, I'll just take that and I'll just kind of run with it. Oh, I killed him while he was non-existent. Let's go! Alright, and now the beast should die to like my 30 billion spiders on the ground. Look at that. Solid numbers, spiders. Solid numbers, babies. Why is he cheating? Nah, man. Or why is she cheating? Whatever. I always forget that they recently gave Beast this change. That she can do these moves whenever now. And it's definitely something I'm a tad worried about. Just because I'm not used to fighting Beast like this, you know what I mean? Although I will say, last time, bro, what was it? My friend Valentine, he fought the Beast during that one episode. She made it look so fucking easy, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was low-key a bit pissed. Because I was like, man, you just got like the regular ass Beast fight, bro. And here I am getting like the souped up version with actual struggles thrown in. Instead, he gets to fight like good old-fashioned Beast that we know and hate. Or love, you know. No shame, no shame. Like this, bro. He got this move during his freaking... No, he did not get this move. But instead, I'm getting this move in my playthrough, man. What's up with this playthrough, bro? Treating it like it's a walkthrough. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to those YouTube walkthrough channels? Did you guys ever watch them? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think the only one that I ever watched, shout out, is Rad Brad. But for the most part, dude, I do not remember the last time I've seen a YouTube walkthrough channel. Walkthrough with commentary, you know? Oh, nah. Rad Brad, and then there's this one content creator, my goat. It goes by the name of Vash. I used to watch Vash all the time. I haven't peeped the videos in a minute, but formative part of my childhood, dare I say, you know what I mean? What's the word? Like everyone got that one like niche content creator that was very formative to them in their younger years. I think mine might be Vash. And to a certain degree, not small, but you know, I think JonTron was very, very formative as well, but unfortunate, you know? Unfortunate how the mighty have fallen is all I'm really trying to say here. Which kind of just sucks, you know what I mean? What's up with, you know what, never mind, let's not get into this. Let's not get into this, bro, but it's just like, what's up with every YouTuber they just go downhill and they go like either like the touch kids path or like the alt-right path. What's up with that? My bad. I mean, anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day and or a good night, depending on the time reviewing this. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.